think there are still few more concepts you could potentially use, like the progression, like day 1 versus day 30, kind of like, okay, well, this is my army versus the day 30, which is this is my army, and these type of things, and also like putting more emphasis on
concepts without merge.
Yes, get rid of the merge immediately. Get rid of the merge.
But I think that's the whole point of having the merge in over the CPI.
But is it? I mean, but how? Like what? Like how? Like what universe?
This is no bullshit gaming podcast. 2.5 gamers sharing actionable insights, dropping knowledge from our day-to-day user acquisition, game design, and ad monetization jobs. We are definitely not discussing the latest industry news, but having so much fun. Let's not forget this is a 4 a.m. conference discussion vibe, so let's not take it too seriously.
Hello. Welcome. This is session number 82. My name is Matej Lančarič.
I'm Felix Braberg.
And this is Jakub Remia.
Talking to his wife. This is because he's talking to Janka.
Of course, multitasking.
On the background. All right, welcome. So, guess what? We're talking about this one game which launched quite, what was like
20 days ago.
2 weeks
20 days ago.
Already 3 weeks ago. Okay, nice.
But it's already making millions.
Maybe 1 million, I think. So, yes, you guessed it right. We are talking about Top Troops, about friends at Social Point. So, who want to start? Because I think this is going to be quite interesting since we have a lot of comparisons to one specific game.
Why is that, Remo?
Yeah.
Wait a second. I worked at that company as well, so I have also some UA numbers.
Am I the only one who wasn't let in? That's wow.
Yeah, we wanted to get you in, but I'm not sure.
I was actually doing your work there back then. Like I was doing the mediation and everything.
I think for the admon part, we'll actually have a quite interesting discussion. But maybe you can give a brief introduction why this is interesting.
Yeah. With our great colleague Filippo, who's not here with us currently, unfortunately. But me and him was doing the mediation back then, so that was nice. So Battle Legion, we both worked there with Matej after the global launch. The game was global launch at or let's say the game was soft launched in August 2018, and it had pretty much
talking about Battle Legion now.
Yeah, Battle Legion.
Because we started talking about Top Troops.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Wait a second.
And because it was the hottest thing on the blog back then, and everybody was talking about it. It was getting copied from left to right, pretty much. And the Top Troops game, it actually soft launched on the Parrot Games account, which was, I guess, somewhere connected to Social Point. I don't know when.
It's connected to Social Point because I was looking into that.
It is connected to Social
Point. Parrot.games or whatever. Whatever
Parrot
the
games.
website is, and I was like, wait a second. I know
so
this.
This was soft launched March 26th, 2020. So it was 4 months before even Battle Legion Global launched, and this was already soft launched.
So it's been out there for a while.
Yeah. And then as I said, Battle Legion Global launch in June 2020, right afterwards. And then these guys killed the game, I think, according to our favorite data tools, which track also dead games, which I recommend everybody to try look into. This was killed in January 2021 and then relaunched in July 20th, 2021. With like a lot of other changes. If I remember correctly, I couldn't find the video, but I think I saw it somewhere before because we were looking at back then at Battle Legion. It kind of copied Battle Legion, or let's say borrowed
like direct
everything.
Clone.
Yeah, direct clone. And
even the units were the same. Like everything.
Yeah, and only afterwards they changed after the relaunch with the merge progression and kind of iterated. There was also this Game of Nations from eRepublic Labs that's sitting in Stillfront portfolio, if I get it right. That's not the clone, but didn't also make it.
That's nothing.
But let's kind of take it from there. So the game, if I understood correctly, has been in development from like 4 years or something like that, if I counted right. Because if they soft launch the Top Troops game.
Okay, because now
it's very clear. Yeah.
If they soft launch on March 26, probably they had some time until they get the game going, and yeah, so very long time ago, let's say, and we were kind of looking into it anyway. So they take on the Battle Legion core gameplay. We can kind of look into it.
Yes, please.
Show the game about it.
You know what would be amazing if you could okay, well, side by side Battle Legion. I'm there, yeah. Whoa, I'm level 13. Fuck off. I'm level 13, 14. Almost level 40. Oh yeah, you're level 14. I can see that on your screen. Almost there. Oh, I'm almost there. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
Don't you worry, my friend.
Let me go somewhere else.
1,000 gems? What the fuck?
What do you mean?
Why don't you spend them?
Why do you have 1,000
You save
gems?
them for gacha. That's it.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Anyway.
Yes, of course, because you just had it live online all the time when you were just scrolling.
I did. No, you can't do this thing here.
Yeah, you can't.
Cannot. You can't, man. That's the thing. And I will talk about it.
But you can just click.
One main thing they took out of Battle Legion core gameplay is that there's no spinning mechanic.
Yeah.
And this fundamentally changes the game, because this game is actually nearly completely PvE or single player. Like Battle Legion was mainly PvP game, and it was mostly driven by PvP meta game. Most of the features were PvP based, even though we did the single player saga. But this is a completely different setup here regarding this whole kind of even approach here, because if, let's say, here I can see my opponent, I can adjust my whole thing. You couldn't do that in Battle Legion at all. It was just random opponent, and your composition needs to be based on rock, paper, scissors, and it loses against some, wins against others.
Yeah, that's the strategy element. So you need to think about what do you see on the battlefield, and then kind of adjust your army.
Yeah, exactly. Here it's way different, because here you can completely see your opponent right before, either on Saga or in PvP or a boss or whatever. You can adjust directly there.
Well, you can adjust, but you need to have your kind of army well balanced. If you just level up your few of your troops and nothing else, then you're pretty much fucked.
Like the nice thing they iterated here, that now it's kind of snappy. That you have the board here. I know it's kind of small, but it's a very, very big difference here. That units
you have the guy from the Toy Story.
Yeah. Because in Battle Legion you could literally move the units by like a few pixels. And
come on, let's not compare it to Battle Legion. Just review the game.
So anyway,
you kind of have to.
You kind of have to, because the core gameplay is pretty much the same. Yeah, but I guess
it even looks like it's the fucking same thing.
It does.
Few nice iterations here on here. The other interesting part is that deploying units is a little bit different here, where here units take just one spot in the army power, and in Battle Legion we had it in a way that there were like legendary units took more and so on. So it was a deeper strategy, honestly, because here I can just build everything out of brute forcing legendaries, because they just take one spot and so on. In Battle Legion you would kind of lose if you just put all the legendaries there, because you have like very few units there. So I guess it's adjusted to these PvE progression. It's not driven by PvP meta game as was Battle Legion, which is good on the other hand. But yeah, let's see.
But there's the brute. I can see the brute in the opponent's army.
Yeah, of course. On the other hand, it's, as I said, like pure power progression. Well, everything kind of goes into legendary thing. I don't really need to care about the small guys anymore. They are not really kind of, I guess, I didn't really see them as some kind of part of my strategy. And what they iterated very heavily is the meta game. And the meta game now is kind of, let's say, mixed up of merge and an idle RPG.
So the merge is fucking annoying, by the way.
Yeah, it's super annoying.
And this is some of the problems. Let me start.
Before you start, kudos to Laura, because thanks to her, I found out about that star right there.
Autosort.
Autosort. I was like,
It's unplayable without this button.
Yes,
Literally
I was like,
unplayable.
what? Like, I was just moving around this grid, and I was always just swiping those armies.
It comes in
away.
level 8. Like it comes in level 8. I'm like, why didn't I have this from the start?
Yeah. The thing is that, like, let's talk merge a little bit. So merge. There are two merge main gameplays on the market currently: Merge 2 and Merge 3 and 5. Merge 2, we know under merge mention, where you have the board. You merge two things together, you have more of those, and then you consume them, and that's it. If you have merge 3 to 5, you have the ever merge or merge dragons, where you have this kind of Long Island something, where the board is 3 times 5 times bigger, and you can merge 5 units to get 2 in this kind of merge bonus, where you don't need to merge 6, or 3 to 1, where there's no bonus. So everybody merges 5 because
because
it's the optimal way to play. The problem here that in every other kind of casual merge game, stuff gets consumed in a way that you have quests and you need to merge stuff, and then they consume the thing and it gets away from your board, and you continue to fill up your board with generators and blah blah blah. Here you need to keep everything on the board forever. It never gets taken out.
You haven't merged a single unit in like 10 years looking at this.
Yeah,
what do you mean? No, this is completely optimized.
Yeah, this is very optimized.
This is completely optimized, man. I have
but like,
everything that I could.
Why would you merge those 4 out like assassins if you are getting one more and then you get the bonus?
That's exactly. So you don't merge 3, you just merge 5.
You just merge the maximum amount of of units.
Exactly, to play efficiently. And this
that's why he's on 14, I'm on 13, and you are level 5.
Exactly. You see
level 11.
The problem the problem that merge games have, and as I said, is that they have problem creating permanency, because everything that you work for, everything that you merge for gets consumed. Eventually you get nothing in return. In a way, like you get the renovation story, whatever, some kind of bullshit, but you don't have anything permanent. And midcore games try to solve it with this kind of unit progression that gets permanent. But the problem is that it gets into this mess, which is a problem. So I call this the merge midcore dream, where there's like 5 or 4 games currently on the market. So there's Top Troops. There's merge stories, which have consumable units. That's already dead with the whole studio acquired by Playtika. Then we had our own soft launch game at Traplight, Crystal Heroes, which we tried.
Which is dead as well.
We went for Merge 2, not Merge 3 and 5. Then there's Merge Viking sitting in Metacore portfolio, a Supercell portfolio company, which I think been there also for like 2 years or something.
Way more than 2 years, because we were both at Traplight when they started launching this.
We were looking at it. It will unfortunately suffer from the same problem, that the units, if you want to merge the units, the situation will be just worse and worse. Because as you see here, every single level of the unit will just add 4 more instances of the unit on the board, which means that if this has 7 or 8 merge levels, each merge level will now require 4 of those units on my board, because I'm waiting for that one thing that will kind of come up the whole chain.
Yeah.
So this will just get worse and worse and worse. And as I progress through my game, pretty much all of these things will just be occupied by these. Endless.
That's really annoying.
Units that you don't use.
Yeah, exactly. This is the biggest problem.
Yes.
You don't even use these units.
Yes, exactly.
Have you ever seen like the normal archers or like these guys?
Yeah,
never, ever.
Well, I
never.
use
the first levels, like I'm until like 10.
Yeah, exactly. Like I have like these like this whole island of whatever legendary units that I have here. Like
I don't even use those wizards, by the way. It's like that doesn't matter. But those rats are fucking amazing.
The rats are completely OP.
Yes, that's super overpowered.
But the thing is that I don't use these units at all. I don't even know what to do with them. Like the whole kind of merge thing kind of loses the point here. So
just kill them. I think you can.
This brings me to that other thing that I think you can still merge them in the ascension mechanic, that you can consume them at some point. So I hope maybe that will be the use of it, but let's see. The last game that's on the market that I want to mention is Top War, which has
not Top Battle, but Top War.
Top War, exactly. Which is also kind of close to Top Troops. You don't know why.
Top?
Is it, Ben? Is it seriously?
Just the name. Anyway, Top War does this perfectly in a way that it hops on that bandwagon we've been talking last year all the time, where you have the fake minigame same as Kingdom Guard, which they have like a merging tower defense, which hooks you up with the game. It's nice and like easy to understand, easy to get into until the
Forex game comes.
Forex game lurking in the shadows comes up and steals your wallet.
Yes.
Exactly. So, but then the merge game ends. Like you don't. They have like auto merge button, and that's it. You press it. Goodbye. You don't really need to do anything.
Well, here it's kind of like it still sits there.
Yeah, it still sits there. You need still tend to do something with it, and like it's annoying, to be honest. Like for me, at least, like if I'm playing an RPG, I don't want to do these things. It was fun for like first 2 hours, but then like it's not fun at all.
2 hours, 20 minutes.
And the worst part is that like the events they run the same event as the Evermerge meta game, which is you start the new island from scratch and you merge everything from scratch, which is like more merging. Like now you have 2 boards to tend to.
Yeah, exactly. And those like rewards are not that sexy to merge like fucking everything from scratch.
Yeah. So my problem with this whole thing is that at one point you didn't go for the like fake mini game where you would diminish the mini game power and like completely put it into background later down the line, because we still have it in front of ourselves. The other thing is that it's not really that important for the progression, because the progression is mainly like upgrading units, which have like 5 upgrade vectors, because we need now the merge vector, we need the level up vector, we need the ascension vector, and we need the skill up vector. And in the end, the merge vector is the slowest, and like we don't really need to care about it that much. All the other, like most of the things are just done through this like squat coins. That is the only currency that you upgrade the unit
you actually
through.
Really need.
Yeah, that really matters. Like, of course, I can go with like, let's talk about the rat, for instance. Rat is fucking OP because if you go into skills and he summons 1 minion to his aid, but actually he can summon up to 5 minions and they stack on the battlefield. If they don't get killed, he summons more and they stay there.
Yep, pretty much.
So let's just go for the rats. That's there, like our Splinter here from Ninja Turtles. And then the other thing is that, as I said, like I don't really need all these like non-legendary, non-epic units. And most of the chests, like if you look at normal chests, they have like 1% epic chance, the better ones, and the other ones has 0% epic chance. This is complete trash. I don't need this.
Yeah, I was like, what?
My guess is that they kind of went through like throughout the years through this merge road, which was like very good on the early metrics, but later down the line it kind of fused together with this like idle RPG progression monster and ever merge monster, and now we have this.
How's the game doing though?
So
let's talk numbers.
Yeah. Do you have those? Because I have those. So it's actually overall revenue is quite higher than what we see in the tools that we use. Yes, in the tools, and it's kind of growing. So when they launched on October 4th, I think, and like the first week was like fucking terrible. I was actually writing the case study. I was like, what's this shit? It's like, what? Like making like 6K per day on the like global launch week, like
after being in development for 4 years.
Yeah, it's like, wait a second. I was like, okay, well, so I stopped because of reasons. Let's call it that way. And I came back to it when I was flying back from Lisbon, and I was like, oh, wait a second, it's kind of making like 20K a day now. Like, okay, it's interesting. And then when I finished the article last week, it's like 33,000 per day, or like it's already peaked. Now it's declining. It's like, Jesus Christ, like what's this? But then it's climbing up again. So so now it makes like 45K in IIPs per day. Which, if we take the sadness multiplier in, can be easily like maybe 70, 80. And then I was like, with all the experience and the information you shared, Felix, in the previous podcast, I was thinking this can earn like 20 to 30% ad revenue. But it's like, okay, well, it's just like
it
roughly.
It can not right now, but it could easily.
It could even more. Then and we can discuss that afterwards.
Yeah.
But I think what I was kind of looking into, it was like, at least since the global launch, it was like 1.2, maybe 1.4 million in revenue, but on like 300,000 installs. Now it's like 400,000 installs, which is quite interesting.
What's the daily installs ratio?
Daily installs is like 20K, I think, right now. Yeah, it's 24,000.
And both revenue is stagnating and downloads are increasing, or
no,
both are stagnating.
It's kind of stagnating now. It increased because the Brazil installs increased as well, but like the game has stable 5,000 installs from US, and then the rest is like rest of the world basically. We have France, Germany, a little bit, Vietnam.
Why would you launch Brazil without anyway, we'll get to that later.
Anyway,
we'll get to that. Let me finish the GD part.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, as you can see, this is
so overall, I mean, not great, not terrible, I would say.
Yeah, not great, not terrible. Like, don't get me wrong.
And it's also the revenue is increasing. So I think, and also like we are recording on the day when the season changed, and I think there will be a spike. So we can actually make a guess. I think there will be like 3 times more revenue on a daily basis. I think they will reach like 150 per day.
Let's see.
For this like season
150K.
change. Yes.
Or just the spike, you mean? Not the
yes, just the spike.
Okay. Like, if I remember, Battle Legion was doing something like 2 million in the first global launch month.
Yes.
Something.
So this would put him on 4 million. A run rate, if that comes true, 150K a day, a run rate of 4.6 million roughly.
Well, but only for the spike on the season change.
The spike.
So if it's going to be 3 times more, 5 times more, or like what, like think about it and make a guess at the end of the podcast. Yeah, so I say it's like going to be 150. So 3x.
Let me finish. So the really big addition that these guys did during those years, they built like this super massive progression, because as I said, they have the merge progression, they have the idle RPG progression, like all the things that you can imagine. Saga.
So where's the idle RPG progression?
Like all the idle RPGs has these game modes, like just normal Saga. Then you have these quests. Which are taken from Empires and Puzzles.
Yeah, like what is this all about? I mean, they say it's kind of weakens the dark forces, but like how?
That's bullshit story. Idle RPGs are bullshit stories.
Okay.
Then the asynchronous arena PvP.
It's bullshit unless it's waifus.
Exactly.
Man, it is not bullshit because it is boobs.
If you are not.
Then they have the clan boss thing, the Ascension Tower, just like
if you're not the warship with boobs, then you're shit story. Or a horse crawl.
Faction dungeons, a roguelite mode. That's pretty nice. They have a roguelite mode similarly to like any other.
This was quite interesting.
That was nice. Like I really like this one. And then they have the.
Can you show it? Come on.
Yeah, we can show it. Yeah. It's the typical roguelite mode where you can start small with
of course, typical roguelite.
With some kind of whatever. Let me just deploy my legendaries.
Wait a second. Where are the rats?
Put the rats attack. Yeah. And then how roguelite modes work, like they create this kind of a little bit of a journey through you building up your army, and you need to choose somehow, like you don't choose here, but then you choose between this and this or whatever. And you get to kind of play the units that you don't own, which is nice, that they can offer you. You get absurdly high values of like power, because there's even upgrades such as like 50% increase of damage or whatever. So it's a very nice flavor to the game, I think. And they have it even pretty nice regarding the monetization, because it stays there even if you lose, and you can reset it and stuff like that. So let's see, for instance, here, let's take a medic, whatever. Medic. And now we have to choose between this and Aladdin, pretty much. Yeah, for instance, this is good for our Daikiri. So they have it like done. They have it done pretty well. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, this whole kind of robust thing is probably what's holding the revenue, and like why it's so good. Because like one of the, I would say, bigger problems with Battle Legion was that you could, as Felix mentioned in the beginning, you could leave it spinning and it would play itself, which my guess was a little bit of detrimental factor later down the line. But here you need to kind of have player input very often, I would say.
So the thing is, the short, the early retention was great, and also early ROAS was amazing. But then, like the long term,
down the line,
it was like nothing was there basically.
Even when we added like bosses, single player.
Yeah, but
Saga,
the thing is, like in here, I think it's gonna be the same problem, because you're on 14, I'm 13, and there's like not that many things you can do. Actually.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, this is my account after like 3 days of kind of intense playing.
Exactly. I wasn't even like playing dead hard, and it's like, oh, okay, so it's level 3.
Did you buy anything, Jakub?
No, I didn't. I just wanted to see how it goes.
Bought today the season pass because I was like, okay, well, see, I'm gonna unlock that premium territory, and it's like, no, you have to buy the Star Kingdom pass. Like, fuckers.
This is, by the way, very, very good. Like, this is one of the best offers I've seen in genre, where you have this kind of permanent inventory, permanent space sitting here that you can only unlock for. Oh, you can unlock for gems.
For gems, this is for gems. The others for are actually money.
Yeah. So that I will get.
Pay for comfort. How is that? Pay for comfort. There you go. I know, like fake.
Really, really good.
Yeah. It's not as there.
Let's see. Let's open the legendary. Let's see what's.
Wow.
Really? Okay.
Really?
Didn't really want that.
That's what they gave you? An arcade hunter?
That's from Battle Legion.
It's like a lot of units are for Battle Legion, but they have their own units, like pretty nice.
I know. Just kidding.
Throughout the years, they're pretty good. The other problem that I have here, or let's say not the problem, but it's kind of confusing that there's like multiple ways to acquire units, which are kind of confusing because you have these kind of training camps that you can like train units, and eventually you can train like legendary units after like 20 years of playing this. And then you have the gacha pools, of course.
Gacha pool.
Because they need to have the gacha pools. So you have faction summons, which is great. You have the essential gacha, which you always summon only if you have the max. Then you have legendary, which applies the same, and some kind of whatever featured unit shit. As usual, like this is done pretty well. But the thing is, again, that only the epic and legendary units matters. Like these kind of random guys here, like pretty much half of the rooster, they don't matter that much. So this is kind of my problem, that it's not that deep as Battle Legion in a way that the strategy is there. Like you literally have the deck was built around something that you need to.
Wait. Why is that a bad thing? Battle Legion is closed now, right? So maybe it's a good thing.
We'll see. Yeah, maybe.
Well, honestly, Battle Legion now makes like 4K a day on zero.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's just sunsetted. But the thing is that if you wanted to kind of streamline this with the merge audience coming in, or like I still kind of miss the angle.
What are you talking about? What merge audience? Like, what is the merge audience in here?
So why do you then have a merge in it? Like,
so I think just to keep people occupied a little bit more. Just another thing to do in the game.
You mean like play the inventory Tetris with units you don't use at all?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, just to do something when you wait for, I don't know, energy or whatever. Seriously.
Yeah, I don't know. Like for me,
why do you play Evermerge?
Evermerge is different. Evermerge, you do quests, and those quests require you to merge some stuff here. You don't do these quests. You don't consume these units that often. So it's a different progression in a way. But yeah, let's see. Maybe it will work. Don't get me wrong. Like they have the potential to do it, and I'm not saying like Battle Legion did it better. I'm saying they did it different way, and kudos to them that they were able to squeeze that much progression into it, because it's hard. It's really hard to do these things and reconnect all the like Evermerge, Battle Legion core gameplay, idle RPG, whatever, something economy into it. So this is really hard. Like literally like giant undertaking here.
Yeah, but you just said the merging is not even connected to the.
Yeah, that's my point. That like,
but this game is still fun. I still had a lot of fun playing this game.
Yeah, tell me that after 1 week of playing.
Yeah, if your board gets this full, you lose the fun. That's the problem here.
Well, but you are not fun, Jakub, because we can enjoy merging, not even like the full 5 units.
Optimization fun.
Yes.
There's a bunch of units you can merge there. I can see it here. You just don't want to join in the fun, Remo.
You can merge them, man, because it's inefficient. Why would you merge them?
Well, you can, but it's inefficient. Who cares?
But it's fun. Literally, like if I would like see here these four guys, like it literally hurts me if I would merge them now.
Which 4?
Well, you don't use them anyway.
These
4, yeah.
Because I'm waiting for the 5th one, then I have 2 more of the next stage, and I save so much time.
Wow, that's so fun.
I don't think you're playing this game correctly.
No, he's playing very correctly.
Yeah, very correctly.
Very correctly. Too correctly. Yeah, too correctly. Well, with 1,200 gems, what the fuck? Seriously, why?
But you wait for the gacha pool. That's it, because it's 1,400 or something.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway,
and I know I should go to the gacha pools and then like summon if I have only the full stack, but I don't give a fuck. I just summon randomly because it's worthless.
I know.
Anyway.
I'm just used to play like efficient.
Anyway,
let me finish. The rating from my side is pretty much like very good job on trying to create something new out of that like core gameplay and like with very big twists and very big progression. So my guess is something like 7.5 in a way, or 7. Sorry, 7 because the merge doesn't connect in the end. That's the problem here. Like it will still run into this problem that like this board will get just worse and worse later down the line.
Is it the fact that you don't like order? Like you don't feel like you have control of the order, and then like you don't like it?
Well, he's
what
very
do you mean?
much
You
in
have
control.
You have the Autosort button. That's the control.
This everything he needs.
Yeah, so that's like.
Well, there you have like space.
I have still some space, like few blocks.
Oh my god, you're terrible.
Yeah, but ads are definitely underutilized.
Yeah, that's a nice segue to me. Huh?
By the way, Mr. Segue, have you seen the story elements and how you can earn gems in those?
Which ones?
Oh, click on the unit.
Oh, of course, you can pick gems from new units. Of course, I know that. Yeah, that's the usual things there.
There, and then story, and then you can collect.
Yeah.
Which would be a nice additional ad placement.
Oh man.
No, that's not a good ad placement, man.
Why?
They
give you
no,
5.
Let me get into my part. Like, honestly,
yes.
let me get into my place now, because like honestly, like it's the game is fun, but I think it really exemplifies like the most common argument and admonetization that you always have with a game design team. Like, because in my world, there's 2 type of mobile gaming companies. There's one that listen to admon people, and 2. The ones that don't listen to admon people.
And this game would never make 50% of ads on our in-apps. It could never earn more than 30% on top of it.
But it's earning way less than that, Matej.
Is it though?
Yes.
It is. It's just
yeah, so
20 maybe. 20%.
No, it's way less, man. It's way less.
Less than 10, my guess.
Yeah. But anyway, like in these 2 categories, like whatever company you're in pretty much boils down to how reliant on IAPs you are as a primary revenue driver, or if it's ads, people actually listen to you. Top Troops falls inside category 1 100%. They're going the IAP route, and they don't care about ad placements. And because basically the game design features they put in drive so much more value. So that's fair. I get that argument, but there's so much untapped admonetization potential in this game, and I don't really know why they released it with such bare bones admon strategy. Like there's 2 rewarded ad placements. Maybe you can show them, Remo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the merchant deal who shows up
hours.
Every 2 hours, and then there's one in the store as well.
Yeah,
there.
1 per day.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's it. So they're not adding.
Thank you, Felix.
Yeah, exactly. They're not adding that much value. So like ad viewer rate is somewhere like maybe 35-40% because it's not on the main screen and it's not visible at all times. Imp DAO is no higher than 0.8, if even that high. I think this with the DAU from the last week, this title is earning about $175 or $400 a day in ad revenue. So that's about 0.5% of the overall revenue.
Are you serious?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm dead serious. I had the same argument with you, Jakub, on Battle Legion that you should put more ad placements. But like here, there's a couple ones that stick out to me, like doubling of rewards after a 1 match, speeding up timers on upgraded buildings. Yeah. There's the fireflies that come and you have to click and you get drop stuff. Like having one that's a different color.
I thought that
unique
would be
ad
an ad placement. I was like, click. I was like, where's that?
Yeah.
Evermerge has that, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Where's that?
Yeah, and double of resources when you come back after the app is being like closed, like after a session. Like there's so many like ways to go here. And maybe they're going to add like ad placements down in the future. But yeah, like what I would say here is just show a lot more ads after users like stop converting. So you usually find out a point where purchases are made. The first purchases are made. Like I don't know what day was that in Battle Legion.
I would put an ad on Autosort.
Yeah.
What else? Yeah. Watch an ad.
That's a bit evil, right?
Every second click will be for ad.
But like, for argument's sake here, like, let's say if we start showing a lot more like ads to non-IAP purchasers in this game, and they watch at least 4 or 5 rewarded ads per session, which I don't think is impossible with how the game is built. In the USA, that would earn about 12 cents per day per user in ad revenue, but compounded like over 10 days, that's $1.20, which I would argue is quite meaningful for UA. I don't know, like, what do you think the CPIs are, Matej?
Quite high.
Absurdly high.
Yeah, absurdly high.
So it wouldn't actually matter?
Yeah,
like $1.20?
Yeah, that's why I think like this is no ads territory, because it's super expensive. And I mean, it could be less expensive, but we will get there.
The thing is, like, Monster Legends and Dragon City, they're 30% ad revenue. Like, why would you not add a couple more ad placements in the start of this? Because it's still going to earn you money.
Maybe Remo, because they want to just see the baseline, and then they'll build from there. I mean, look, so now it's earning this amount of money, and then it can be only better.
I had the same argument with you, Remo, on Battle Legion. I was like, add a couple more ad placements, and you were like,
no. We had a lot of ad placements. Like, we had an ad placement event, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's quite good.
What was it imped out on Battle Legion?
60% like engagement, and then like 5.
Okay,
yes,
so it was 30% ads then, right?
Yeah, 30% ads, exactly.
And during the event even more, because the event was driven by ads. You could skip
32%.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, like this whole thing, I think. I guess they had enough time in soft launch to kind of see if it would improve with ads. That's my thing here.
What do you mean?
But I don't get it. Why wouldn't you just put it there? Because it makes so much sense, and it doesn't harm the core gameplay at all.
I'm not saying you don't put it there. I'm just saying, like, this whole argument that Matej said they want to see baseline is bullshit because they had so much time in soft launch.
But it's got so much potential. You agree with that, right?
Yeah,
like,
of course. Of course. As I said, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
All right, so
instead of earning $175, they could be earning $1,000.
Yeah, which is quite a lot when you earn 45 per day.
To be honest, I would love for someone to crack this midcore merge game in a way, because
you don't think these are cracked? They have cracked it.
Well, my problem is that maybe this whole kind of thing is unwinnable to begin with, in a way that it's kind of either like audience mismatch, or the only thing you can use it is a vehicle to your 4x funnel.
Mismatch. It's just like it doesn't like belong in this like midcore. Like what do you solve with merging? Like what do you solve with merging? Nothing.
You have great retention early numbers.
Yes, exactly. Then okay, it's great.
Top 4.
Anyway,
that's how we do it.
Before passing on to Matej, I'll give it a 1 out of 10 because it has ads in it. That's good. Then you automatically get a 1.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, the admon team in Social Point, they're really good. There's quite a big team. Like, I'm just wondering why they got so outvoted.
My guess is that this team is kind of a little bit more like on the sidelines because it was 4 years in soft launch or something. So it's not really the center.
If you put game team and admon team next to each other, you know who always wins.
Depends on the company, right? Like in a hyper casual, it's the admon people that win, you know?
Okay, that's true. But then the admon people are the UA people as well, so you know.
All right, so tell me why adding $1.20 to like player LTV wouldn't really matter here, Matej.
Yeah, have you seen the ads?
Do they have good hooks?
They have actually quite good hooks. But honestly, so I was a little bit disappointed when they global launched, because usually when game global launches, I see their ads on a daily basis on Facebook, like popping into my face like 10 times a day. Haven't seen a single Top Troops ad, which is, you know, I guess Slovakia, it's not the big market.
I've seen it.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I was playing one other game that I'm doing currently. I had like 3 or 4 times.
Ooh,
he was walking in Bila, and then he saw an ad.
That would be great if like a Bila ad comes up and then it turns into game ad. That would be the hook.
Yeah, okay, the Mr. Hook. Well, next time you play a game or like show us a game and stop the Bila ads in the banners. That would be first thing to do. Anyway, so you know, we talked about the merch kind of CPIs, right, in the past. So
they were super low.
Yeah, exactly.
Not anymore, I guess.
What do you mean super low? Like fuck, like it's.
You need Pedro Pascal now in order to get there.
And even Pedro won't help you because your downloads are kind of stagnating and the revenue is not going up, even if you use Pedro Pascal. But honestly, yeah, it's exactly the opposite of low. It's kind of quite high. So everybody
like
kind of
social
knows.
casino high,
Match free kind of high.
Match 3 high, which is still very high.
Which is still pretty high. So
Whoa.
if we are talking about match free, it's like what, like $40 plus with purchase optimized campaigns in US with value 50 plus, sometimes even more. So it's quite high. So it's quite high. So it's but you know, like this is how it is. It's the merge. It's the merge games for female audience.
Casual puzzle audience.
It's still the same audience as match free games. So it's the same thing. High CPIs. But the question is like, why the fuck would you use these merge mechanics in your creatives if you have way different mechanics in the game? So. For example, on top of it, yeah. So the battle, the battlefield. Come on. Anyway,
you don't show the battlefield in any of the ads.
It is there, but it's not on like first position. We'll get there. So when I was looking into this like creative research, and I saw these type of ads. So it's UGC, a lot of merch. There's like actually very. Well, not a lot of emphasis on the battle itself. There's like few cartoonish narrative-based creatives. There's hooks, so you will be very pleased, Mr. Felix. And our favorite hook. Do you know which one is our favorite hook?
Captain Hook.
That was fucking amazing answer. Like 1 second, Captain Hook. Nah, it's actually the best no Wi-Fi game hook. Almost, I think the favorite one was when it was written on the balloon.
It really works. Like I was getting very, very shitty connection and the game still was working pretty well.
Nice.
So it actually is true.
And you know what we have there? Our good old fake ads. And we have inspiration coming from Top War, Storm Shot.
Can you show the screen? I want to see these ads. These ads. What?
Just wait a second.
Everybody is just for the ads.
Yeah, we are here for the ads. Don't worry. I'm gonna share my screen and actually my kind of article because I already wrote about it. Anyway, so we can. Let's start with UGC, right?
Anime Fletch.
Anime. I just.
You get stronger by merging. Merge.
It's a little bit.
You take a camera and film yourself playing it on tablet. Outstanding move.
Yeah,
it's all a winner.
Yeah, but don't worry. It's terrible that we have this like noob versus pro, which is still like a kind of UGC. I don't. Yeah, you know. Again, merging. Why is there not the battle? Like, come on. Way earlier than this.
This looks really high production value for these creatives.
I think it is actually.
Yeah.
It could be. And then we have this guy.
Is he real?
He's real. Yeah, he's real.
Well, it seems real.
He's real. Yeah, and then we have
very good intonation.
Oh, this is one. Oh, this one I actually was targeting me on Facebook.
Oh, this like my girlfriend is better than.
Yeah, kind of.
Concept.
Yeah, kind of. In fact, I just started a battle with a 14. Yeah, whatever. Blah blah blah.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
Oh, sure.
What are you playing right now?
Oh, I'm playing my favorite game.
Asking random people on the street.
But it's kind of like a hook as well, right?
Fight against high-level enemies. When you win the battle,
and then we have this is you.
Pro players don't want you to know. Did you know you can recruit more units and earn more rewards just by merging the chests? I was progressing.
This is you merging 5 units to get the free edges. Yes, I think this is actually fake AI. I don't think this is a real piece. Yeah, I don't think this is. Oh, maybe this. I don't know. And we have the same thing. Same thing. Yep. And then we have the same thing. Oh no, it's a different thing.
Hello?
Are you legendary player 056?
So who are they copying here?
This is Lilith Games. What was it? Rise of Kingdoms.
Yeah.
It's Rise of Kingdoms, and then we have this is, right. Not this one. Not this one.
They probably should be using fake ads. Huh?
Wait a second. No fake ads. There you go. No fake ads.
Hey!
Man, I saw this so good. So this is Stormshot, obviously. And then we have our good old top war. I mean, the thing is, so why is this fake ads why are these fake ads working for top war? Is because they have it in the tutorial.
They had 4 different tutorials. We look into it because they changed the fake ads directly with it.
Yes, that's the thing. Like that's why I think like this, and also Stormshot this is basically the game there, right?
Yes, it's in the tutorial
because before the forex, and this is kind of like I don't know. I have no idea what it is actually. It's whatever.
I would actually play this.
This is quite
interesting.
Yeah,
that's actually quite fun.
A little bit like a Kingdom Guard, no? Or
no, Kingdom Guards is like a tower defense thing.
yes, but I mean from the
Yet?
creatives, from the creatives. Never mind.
This should be the Futui.
And then
that,
there you go.
minigame.
What do we have here?
Towers.
Good old Hero Wars. Good old Hero Wars.
No chained woman at the end.
No chained.
Minus 10 points.
Yes. Yeah.
Plus 10 points.
And this is what Plants vs Zombies type of thing.
I never seen this before.
Yeah, I seen this.
Is that Nom Nom they're killing from Zeptalab? Looks like it.
Yes.
Some slime thing that's not even in the game.
Yeah.
Slime thing not even in the game. Never mind. So that's that, and then we have kind of like the biggest spender, which is on YouTube, which is kind of like a trailer, basically. That's it, right? So you have this talking about
trailer.
Yeah. What have we here? It's in the Google Play as well. And this exactly looks like like Battle Legion. Anyway. City and all of the fun stuff, and then we have these like not representative of actual gameplay. This is quite nice. And actually,
They have those bosses in the game actually.
Yeah. Also, the music is good. Now, I'm not sure if you hear it. I guess you can. And it's I mean quite okay. Not sure like how this works in terms of the audience, but yeah. Then we have. Again, different story.
A story-based ad.
Yeah, story. Yeah, there are a few like these.
I haven't seen story-based ads for a long time.
Yeah, you should watch the latest Legend of Slime creatives.
Yeah, nice.
And then again, a narrative because this is basically tied to the tutorial and like the beginning of the game. I also like the music.
This is the cinematic.
Yeah. And then we have a few more. It's like this. It's like versus this.
Oh my Ninja Mole, that was so creative.
Yes, Ninja Mole.
Love that unit. It's amazing.
Yes, I have it as well. And then right.
Better version of Assassins.
Yes, way better version, man. And
The Assassins just die from being breathed on.
Assassins are completely useless.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. And again, so these were like quite on narrative kind of based creatives, merging
with fake art.
Yes, exactly. But again, merging. Like I know it's a lot about merging, but come on, guys, like merging won't do the trick. But I guess what does the trick is the best no Wi-Fi games. That's it. Man. So yeah. Here we are. And then the same thing, but with different color. Okay.
Hey.
Yes. So that's like kind of
a lot of concepts, no? Like it's
I mean, in
diverse.
terms of the creative depth, it's amazing. I love it. I love all the fake ads and like these different kind of angles they've done. And I mentioned it as well. And then kind of like the guys from Social Point. they were kind of.
If you had to venture a guess right now, like what would you say CPI is in the US for them?
For this one, for all these creatives that we see, for the fake ads, it's like way more than 50. For these, I would say like 25, 30 for sure. Because it's still like all about merging. If we
getting your 12 cents on ad ARP on ad monetization is pretty much just like 3-4%.
Yes, it's like
so that's
it's nothing. But if we kind of think about it differently, and we were able to decrease the CPIs quite heavily on Battle Legion because of all of these different creatives. Again, mass battles that I was always like talking about, because this is actually what kind of lowers down the CPIs heavily, and I've done this for years. Took these concepts from Lord's Mobile, and I think a few other.
You mean the gate before the gate concept?
Yes.
Like army build up.
Army build up. It's like so many units. Exactly this. Yeah. So many units on the battlefield. It's kind of like what we discussed with Mika for Mr. Out of Fire.
Yeah.
Then we had few more of these like iterations, obviously, all of the mass battles. But then we kind of stole this from the Animal Warfare, or got inspired by this. It worked quite well.
That's a good hook.
That's very good hook, man. And we also like paired this with the actual units from the game, so that was doing very well. And then we had also like a little bit of humor. This was actually like, you remember, Jakub? This was a QA build. It's like, hey, this looks quite funny. Let's use it in the
this actually happened during the release of the unit, that it was kind of OP because it ate everything.
Yeah, pretty much. So it was really, really good. And then we just kind of used it in the creatives because why not? So I think there are still a few more concepts you could potentially use, like the progression, like day 1 versus day 30, kind of like, okay, well, this is my army versus the day 30, which is this is my army, and these type of things, and also like putting more emphasis on
concepts without merge.
Yes, get rid of the merge immediately. Get rid of the merge.
But I think that's the whole point of having the merge in over the CPI.
But is it? I mean, but how? Like what? Like how? Like what universe you are kind of like lowering down the CPI with the merge concept? Like this is not how it works.
Maybe this worked in 2021 when this soft launched.
Could be, yeah. I mean, that could be.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, not bad actually, not bad. But like you are making the ads now, not in 2021.
But you have the same game.
You have the same game, but you have more elements in the game. That's what I'm trying to say. So, put more emphasis on the battle itself, and then just different units there. You can use the upgrades, which were kind of shown in the somewhere in there. And also, honestly, when I even used merge kind of concepts for Battle Legion, it was working okay. So I mean, I get it. Like, why is it in here, and like why it's all around the ads, but not the best concept, I think. But let's see. I already kind of published this a week ago, and I have friends there in the UA department in Social Point, which said like they're gonna get inspired by this. So let's see. I'm gonna watch this very closely.
We're definitely gonna return this to review radar anyway. So
exactly.
Maybe we should do some bets in a way, like what's gonna happen in 3 months.
Yes, of course. Well, you should now kind of bet like what would be the spike on the revenues. I'm gonna say maybe Matej's score is like 8 out of 10 for sure. It's very solid because of the like there are I didn't even talk about like what kind of UHLs they have actually.
Let me guess. App loving Meta Google done.
Pretty much. No, actually. But yeah, it's App loving. Yeah, it's App loving with Google on the like top spot, even though they're not running and they don't have the Max's mediation, right? Because chart boost, right?
No. I don't think they're on Helium actually.
Really?
Because I know Social Point was Iron Source is one of their crown jewels in Europe, and then I don't know if they moved to Max or not. But maybe they have some portion of their portfolio on Max and some on Level Play.
Maybe, okay.
Because they're not on Helium, I think.
Okay, that's what I thought that they are actually. But anyway, I mean, it's not like a hybrid, so even
I guess they will be at some point, right?
They will be maybe. Yeah. But honestly, even like IIP based campaigns on Appline work quite well for me at least. So there's like the Appline Google on the top spot. Then we have a little bit of Facebook here and there, but they have TikTok. and TikTok in a very clever way. So they're using actually like Spark ads, which is basically you use it because they have also the TikTok Top Troops TikTok fan page, or how should I call it? And you put video on your fan page, and then you get all this engagement and all the fun stuff, and then you can actually use it in the campaign with all the engagements. So quite better performance. I mean, anyway, and then they also run influencer marketing that I kind of discovered, which is nice. And then small tests here and there. So
is Viva making a new video about this?
Well, I hope so. I didn't see that.
Good.
No, that would be amazing, but I didn't see that. Okay.
Can we finish on doing a twist? So now we're all giving the scores, right? Before we get into predictions, can we just say what the lowest hanging fruit from a UA perspective, game design perspective, and admon perspective is?
I already told you. About the creatives and the ads.
Get rid of the merge?
Yeah. That's quite easy.
Remo?
My guess is like make the merge that is kind of more enjoyable in a way, like for me.
Well, if you say it like that, I'm not sure if that's gonna happen.
Like their offer system is so robust. Like I have literally like 7 pop-ups on like.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, why you unlock offers in like level 10? What? Seriously, like why? Why?
Maybe a little bit sooner, but for me, like I wouldn't even want to say so. It's just my like hunch and opinion, because I don't think so. This is like lowest hanging fruit. I just kind of would like for the lower level units and this kind of whole merging Tetris do something, because for me it seems like a dead end. It seems like a dead end. Not die.
Just make
use
like,
it somehow.
Send them on a raid.
Like
Send them on a raid.
Yeah. And maybe, but that's a normal mechanic that idle RPGs use. That they try to kind of incentivize you to upgrade more kind of useful units, so you don't send them on missions on cooldown. That's one of the ways. But yeah, let's see. Okay, so predictions now.
My lowest hanging fruit is just get enough ad like placements in that users can actually watch up to 5 ads.
Lowest hanging fruit, man. You're going into Walmart there.
Honestly, man, like come on, like cooldowns, like getting some kind of timer rewarded ads for like getting more.
Like there's you're swimming in the lowest hanging fruit.
Yeah,
there.
It's too much.
All right.
Okay, predictions. I think this game is going to be 30% ad revenue by end of the year. Oh no, end of midsummer, around midsummer, somewhere around there.
Well, that's quite easy.
We're talking about it somewhere January, February when I do review radar again.
Okay, so I think they'll have way more ad placements then, like they should.
Yeah, say a number.
Looking at
way more is what? Like now they have 2. It's like 5.
So they'll have
7,
4. They'll have 4.
That's way more. Like
way more. Man,
100% increase, man. But like honestly, like it's going to be a while, I think, because I think the game design team are protecting this game from ads quite heavily. Exactly. Yeah, they're doing exactly that. I'm standing there saying, "Please, sir, have some more money," and they're like, beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, it's very true. Okay. No. Okay, so I think that this game is gonna make 70K per day in January, February.
70K per day.
Yes. Without Sadness multiplier.
If it survives, I think there will be like a new island here.
If it survives, no, come on, like be bold.
Run out of space. I don't know. Like my guess is that this either scales or gets killed or like sunsetted.
Wow,
that's your prediction. It scales or gets killed.
But in 3 months, I mean, in 3 months.
What the fuck is that? I was like, can you just?
This is why we don't do predictions.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Like.
Okay. My thing is, it won't make it. It won't scale up.
There you go. That's a prediction. Okay. Yeah, that's something we can build.
It won't scale up above more than 3 mil.
What was the highest daily ad revenue you got to on Battle Legion? What was the highest daily?
$7.
The $7 ad revenue you got on Battle Legion?
No. I'm kidding.
That
was like 3K a day, I think.
No, higher. Even like 10K a day.
No.
Yes, I was there, man.
Okay, I can check it out and say and tell you.
Okay, cool.
Next episode.
And on that note,
yeah, thank you very much for listening. We don't have AI to actually take us home, so we can actually all just say thank you very much, and until next time.
Ciao.
And join our Slack.
Yep.
Hey.
See ya.
Bye bye.